Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 18th of September 2022. Doesn't time fly? Doesn't it? Dear Lord. This week has been... It's been an interesting week. The temperature's definitely started to dip. And so I have had to bring out a few darker fragrances, and you will see that. But at the beginning, there were a few lighter fragrances. So let's see what I chose this week. And on Monday, I went with a classic. And that is a vintage Koros. Excuse me. This is immense. It is rightfully heralded as one of the greatest designer fragrances, greatest fragrances of all time, especially in this form with the silver shoulders. There are many different formulations. I think there's about 6. The latest one, while better than most of the stuff you will find surrounding it in the department store, is not as good as the silver shoulders version. It's just not. Vintage Koros is fantastic. This happens to be a Gucci version. Gucci PPR, which was post 2002, 3, I want to say, around that time. And it kept its silver shoulders until about 2008, 2009, maybe even 2010. When the armor was removed. Someone is at the door. Someone will have to let them in, but not me, because I'm recording a video. You can probably hear the goings on. The person at the door just let themselves in. I know exactly who that is. Well, here we are. Anyway. This is a Gucci PPR version. Before that, there was Sanofi. Before that, there was Parfum's Core. And before that, there was Charles of the Ritz. I might do a video one day on how to identify all of these. I think I might have done that during my YSL family portrait video. But I'll do a standalone video one day, how to identify vintage Koros and go through them and the differences and everything like that. But wow, that'll take a while. Anyway, as a rule of thumb, any version with the silver shoulders on is really good. Next, Tuesday, I decided to wear something different because it wasn't cold, but it wasn't warm. And I wanted something, and I've been wanting to test run this out, because I've only worn it once or twice in anger before. And I wanted to test drive this, and I did, and I have bad news. This is Tabarum Miller by Creed, of course. It's written right there. So this is Tabarum Miller. It's not great. It's really not great. I don't like it. It's not that it's not a great fragrance. I really just don't like this fragrance, you know. It's a bit naff. It's not what you expect from Creed. It's neither use nor ornament, as my friend would say, because it's not like a fresh Creed where that's what Creed do, but at the same time it's not dark either. So it's in this weird half space that shouldn't really exist, or that Creed shouldn't exist in. And I've got 2 bottles of this, and I'm going to be selling the pair of them. This is the old 120ml version, so it should be good. I don't think it's actually the original release. I think this is an 02 bottle. I'd have to run the batch code. It might be a 10th. It might be a 2010. It's A102807. That's the batch code on it. I need to run that through and find out when that's from. It'll be 2010, but no, this fragrance is not for me. I have tried a few times. I've worn a little bit of it, sprayed it in the air a few times, sprayed it on skin a few times, worn it properly a few times, and I just don't like it. It's as simple as that. So unfortunately, it is highly unlikely you will ever see this on my channel again, even if I do still own both the bottles. Next, from the ridiculous to the sublime, on Wednesday, I wore one of the best fragrances I own, in my opinion, and that is Luciano Pavarotti. Stunning fragrance. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. This is beautiful. Honey, patchouli, citrus, lavender, very Italian smelling. Absolutely stunning. The bottle's amazing. You can tell by how much I've used of it, how much I like it. You can wear this in any season, and it does stay in my rotation year round. One of the few fragrances that does, and I absolutely love it. I would highly recommend that you find it. You can still get, there are still bottles out there to be found, even though I picked a lot of them up. There are some minis out there that you can still find. Minis are brilliant. I'm going to do a video about minis soon. Hopefully in the next few weeks. Definitely before November. Well, I say definitely, hopefully before November. But that is what I wore on Wednesday. Thursday, I went out for food. And it was nice. But it was chilly. And I decided to wear, I don't actually have the bottle, I've only got like the little decant, so you'll have to take me word for it. I decided to wear this. And this is Leather Oud by Dior. This is the original formulation. The ones that have the new Christian Dior logo on the top, where the C and the D are joined, are just inferior. They just are, right? Sometimes reformulations aren't bad, and sometimes they are, and that's a bad reformulation, I'm afraid. This is, you want the ones 2017 and before. People are charging silly prices for Leather Oud online anyway, because I do believe it's been discontinued, except in Paris, where a lot of the old ones are still available. But if you go to your local department store or your local Dior boutique, it's unlikely that you're going to find one, unless they've ordered one in special, which I believe they can do. So if you're desperate for it, you could always go to them and say, look, I want a bottle of Leather Oud. Will you order one in from Paris? And they could probably do that for you. But this is amazing. This is beeswax. I get huge beeswax from this. It's amazing. The leather's buttery. The civet in it. It's dark. It's smoky. It's resinous. It's buttery. It's leathery. Awesome. You'll see this again definitely as well, because I've just filled this up with about 15 mils. I think these are 15 mil atomizers, so you'll be seeing this again. I can just pick this up now and wear it whenever I want. And I did on Thursday. On Friday, I went for something completely different. Sorry for the coughing, by the way. So, on Friday, I decided to wear Costume National Homme Eau de Parfum. Not Parfum, Eau de Parfum. This is amazing. Now, this is a partial I picked up. I asked Anuj if he had any other bottles of it, because I bought a bottle off him. And then I asked him if he had another bottle, and he said no, but I do have a tester, and I was like, I'll take it. And so I did. Magnifique. This is cloves. It's sweet. It's resonant. For me, this smells like an original Tom Ford private blend, you know, from like 2007 up to 2012. That kind of thing. It's spicy, it's fresh, but it's dark and it's sweet. I wouldn't be surprised if this had been like a rejected submission for a private blend. It's very modern. It's made by a great perfumer in Dominic Ropion, who's got a perfume there and a perfume here, both Frederick Malls though. But Dominic Ropion, but he's also got one here. There is a Parfum version of this, and I'm not sure how that one is. You know? I don't know because I've never smelled it, but apparently people say it's quite nice. Sometimes brands will do like mad stuff with a Parfum, and they'll make a completely different smell than the original perfume that they're doing a Parfum of. I hope they haven't done that in this instance. I was watching Rob Spray or Splash fragrance reviews video this morning, and he was saying that Costume National is a slept-on house, and I can very much believe it. I would like to try a lot of their other stuff if this is the standard that they're putting out. So that was what I wore on Friday. Saturday. Yesterday I did a stream with Bri. Sorry. Covering 10 fragrances that we are looking forward to wearing this autumn and winter. And this is one of them. And this was also my scent of the day. And this is Gucci Parfum de. This is incredible. I love black tea notes in perfume. And this is a black tea note done brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly. It's fresh but dark. It's got some, I think it's Petit Grain at the top. And then it's got something at the base as well. I don't think it's leather. There's something in the base that gives it like a grounding, like an incense or something like that. It reminds me a little bit of Silver Mountain Water by Creed. And I really like that stuff as well. But this is a black tea. Whenever you get a black tea note in a perfume, to me it implies that it's going to have this kind of duality in that it's fresh but it's also dark. I really like that. I think it's a really underused note in perfume. The prices of this at the minute are skyrocketing. I wouldn't pay the prices that this is at the minute. I'm glad I got mine for a good price, but prices of this right now are a bit much. Because I remember when you used to be able to pick this up for like 50, 60 quid. Now it's 4 times that, 5 times that. Bonkers. Anyway, today's scent of the day. Usually I put a spritz on, but I don't need to because this is nuclear. And today's scent of the day is a perfume that I ummed and ahed about buying for years. And then I eventually did because I found it for a really good deal. And you can actually see it right in front of you. But I am wearing the little travel atomizer because I really should get through this before I start on the bottle. This is Monsieur by Frederick Mall. Tangerine, rum, incense, patchouli, leather. It's very sharp, but it's very well blended. The tangerine combines with the rum to give this kind of boozy sort of, not stupor, but like sweetness at the top. And then you get this incense and this really sharp, scratchy patchouli that sort of snaps you out of that boozy kind of fog. And then it finishes with this like dry leather at the end It's very interesting. It's very well made, very well put together. I really like it. It's perfect for the autumn as well. You could wear this in the summer, in the spring, in the winter. Sorry, not the summer and the spring. I wouldn't, maybe the spring, but not the summer. It's too much for the summer, in my opinion. But this is a fantastic fragrance. It's just gone up. I believe it's been reformulated due to the Lilial content, the great Lilial reformulation of 2022. But yes, this is something that suffered from that. So I don't know what modern bottles smell like, but these are fantastic, my two versions. Anyway, that is my scent of the day. These have been my scents of the week. This has been the fragrance rotation. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will see you again soon.